Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here, and we've been following this Diddy trial, and now we finally know. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. You know, we always start, I know, as excited as I can get, we start off with a hug, so come on. It's not cute not knowing, and now we're going to know. And a ton of notes, and probably because I'm rushing, I cannot find anything, but finally we know what's going to happen with Diddy. Verdict was reached this morning. Found not guilty of racketeering. Diddy found not guilty of sex trafficking. He was found guilty on the charges of prostitution. When that news came down, it sent shockwaves, and they said you could hear the gasp and his family clapping and being happy. The judge said, you guys have until 1 o'clock to present your letters on why I should let him walk now and go on bail. Well, trust me, that news came down just a few minutes ago, and that family rushed out of the courtroom. There would be no Diddy dancing. There would be no Diddy dancing outside that courtroom. A judge has ruled that Diddy is going to remain in jail until sentencing October the 3rd. So what happens next? I think that he could possibly get maybe 5 years, and they'll say time served. The judge was offered by the defense. They'll post $1 million bail. He'll wear an ankle bracelet. He won't contact any escorts. The judge felt that he was still a danger to people out here, and people felt threatened if he had gotten out. He probably looked outside. Outside that courtroom, it was a mess. It was people cheering and dancing and spraying baby oil all each other. What the heck? They quickly removed them, but I guess the judge said this circus is going to end today. We knew it was going to come to a conclusion because the New York courts are closed on Thursdays and they weren't going to be open. When the verdict came, it was such a slap in the face to so many women who have been abused, sex trafficked. I know a lot of people look at the celebrity and say, well, he should be free. Free Diddy. He is still a threat to society and a very dangerous man. You know, when that verdict first came out, it was kind of like a slap in the face to the Me Too movement. Because everyone was like, yo. And he's got so much money that I'm sure his money played a big part. Now they're saying, oh, well, Trump will probably pardon him. Well, it won't happen anytime soon because right now he's going to remain in that, I believe that's Manhattan facility until October the 3rd, the day of his sentencing. You know, I want you to leave your thoughts. The jury was made up of 8 men, 4 women, and they had all kind of careers. Retired banker, massage therapist, social worker, scientist, analysts, physicians, nursing home workers. They worked the gamut. I knew about 3 weeks ago, I just had a feeling. First of all, I got the feeling that I said, this is going to end quite bizarre. And it did. But I knew, I said, they're not doing enough to prove the RICO charges, the racketeering charges, or the sex trafficking. They would bring up, I brought this up yesterday, they would bring up the text messages. I can't wait till our next freak off. So there were things like that played a huge part in the judge's decision. And the jury, I think they put all of that into effect and came up with this. Many people thought that Diddy was going to walk out of that courtroom. There were private jets waiting to whisk him away. But none of that is going to happen because Diddy will remain in jail until sentencing October the 3rd. I really think in my heart, if he were to be let out on bail, the message that it would have sent. And I'm talking about the victims of abuse. And the civil lawsuits are coming, y'all, because just yesterday, there was a man who participated. He was a dancer in freak-offs, and he mentioned being drugged and sexually assaulted and being left with an incurable STD. He's suing him for $10 million. This came down yesterday, so there are still civil suits that they're going to have to go through. Will he ever be accepted? I saw some commentator said people are forgiving. People will forgive him. I think his reputation is tarnished forever for the mere fact of the violence. But Diddy, he will remain in jail, no bail, no bond, until October the 3rd. HGTV, they're catching a lot of flack because of all the shows that they have canceled. One of my faves, Married to Real Estate, with Egypt and her husband Mike. They canceled Farmhouse Fixes. HGTV says because so many people are cutting the cord, cutting the cord, these shows are not able to have the viewership or the money, and that's why they ended the shows. AMC theaters, they're going to start showing commercials before screenings. Do you think that this cheapens the movie experience? I need to know what you think. Leave your comments below. Trouble already on The Golden Bachelor. They haven't even started filming the show. The guy that they've chosen is a 66-year-old former NFL player, Mel Owens. Well, he's already started controversy by saying, well, I ain't dating no women over 60. He's 66. The last guy, he at least said up until 75. He said he ain't dating women over 60, so this is going to be real funny. Season 4, The Proud Family, is going to feature some new voices. Janelle James from Abbott Elementary, Sanaa Lathan, Broadway superstar, she was great as Tina Turner, Adrienne Warren, actress Lynn Whitfield, and Kirk Franklin. Yes, Kirk is going to be up there, voicing one of the characters on The Proud Family. The new Idris Elba movie entitled Heads of State is streaming right now on Prime. John Cena, Priyanka Chopra Jones. She's married, I think, to Nick Jonas, or Jonas. She plays the bad guy. And Lizzo is talking about her weight loss journey on the women's health. Yeah, Ozempic may have started it, but she has totally changed her whole diet. She's on women's health, looking good. She changed her whole meal. She doesn't eat after 5 o'clock. She stopped being vegan. The vegan wasn't working for her, so she stopped being vegan. But she talks about this journey. She has reached her goal, but I guess she figures now I need to maintain. I've gotten off the Ozempic, but I need to maintain, because if you lose weight, you can gain it back, and that's the struggle. I've asked a lot of questions, y'all, so fill these comments up. Diddy, how many years do you think he'll get? How many? How many years do you think he'll get? I'm saying 5, and I think they'll say time already served. But for the moment, that judge is keeping him in jail until sentencing October the 3rd. Do you think the antics of the people outside that courtroom played a part? I'm telling you, they were dancing and, yeah, free Diddy and spraying the baby oil. It was a bunch of foolishness. A bunch of foolishness out there. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. If you like the video, yeah, child, I want to hear from you because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.